Hello. Only do chat rules. Please be over the age of 17 and be kind to one another. There we go. Hello. I think everybody might be over at Heather's. I think she's still live. Hello, everybody. It's Christine, and I'm here. And let me just answer Shara, who is wondering. Answer is yes, my dear. I am live. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm live now. Hang on one second. And now send. Okay. There we go. Hi, everybody, and Merry Christmas. There she is. Hi, Shara. Oh, my goodness. Hello to the waiters. I've got, it's looking like, whoops, hang on. I've got stuff coming in on the screen, and I'm popping out the chat so I can move it over here so I can actually see it. Make that smaller, move it over. Okay. Live is good. There we go. Hello, Libby, and hello, Shara, and hello, Pat, and hi, and hi, Louise, and happy Sunday, everybody. Look at what I have. Thank you, Shara. We're going to get to that in a second, and we're going to use the ink tints. And I was trying to put that. Hang on, let me get it strategically there so that it blocks that glare. Hi, everyone. How are you? Are you having a good weekend? Is everybody enjoying the Christmas colorathon? I know I caught Shara's block of it yesterday. I have not been able to connect with anybody else. And for those people who might wonder, because it occurs to me, looks like I'm wearing this in every video. This is one of 3 fleece pieces that I have that I wear all the time because the furnace is out in the house. So I'm always wearing one of these 3 fleece pieces. But trust me, I do actually change my clothes. Hello, Jennifer. Nope, they are actually the pencils. They are the Inktense pencils, and they are one of my favorites. It's been a while since I colored with them, and I decided to go ahead and pull them out today. Hello, Rochelle. Lovely to see you. And yeah, actually, I should take the reason why I'm blocking the glare again. The reason why there's a bow around them is because the tin on these the top does not fit well, and it occasionally pops off. And more than once, I have dumped my my pencils on the floor, trying to maneuver them around. So anyway, plus I love the fact that you can use the tray as sort of the other holder. So there, I can have them both out on my desk without taking up all the space. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Oh, anyway. And yay, I have a copy of my new book. I can hardly believe it. Hello to all of the people who are here. Hello, Sue. Hello, Kathy. Oh my goodness, I am going to make a concerted effort to pay attention to chat today. So, hello, Anne. Hello, Joey. Oh my goodness. It is pretty, isn't it? That's because I have uh, Virginia does my covers, and she does such a great job. I always have usually picked out what I want for the cover, which is why I release the drawings. You know, can I? Yes, I absolutely can, hon. Um, there you go. You are no longer a blue wrench, my dear. I knew you didn't want it. Thank you for letting me know though and being honest. Um, and I meant to do it earlier. Uh, anyway, so I usually pick out what I want for the cover, beforehand. And I know that I keep going back to this black cover for my books, and that is because I just love it. So, so yes. And thanks to Shara, my copies, of course, are still not here from the publisher. So this is the only copy of the book that I have, and I only have it thanks to Shara. Uh, but this is the new book, Dragons, Flowers, and Mandalas. Oh my! Hello, Elaine. Hello, Nanamo. And oh, yes, I am just absolutely super and on top of the world. Well, who wouldn't be with, I keep looking over at that box going, I don't believe that. I don't believe that box is sitting there. Because I had to put them all back in the box so that I could keep them neat and pristine. Otherwise, they will get lost in the piles here in my office. So as long as they're in the box, I know where they are and they're safe till I can get a shelf built just for them. She is just absolutely a lovely human being, and this is the second year in a row she's done something like this to me. Last year, it was what artists always need, which is cash. But this year, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, this year it's the gift of Jane, and man, I'll tell you what. Oh my goodness. Uh, you're on the phone, so it's hard to type. I completely get that. I have that little bitty screen on mine, and I can barely see the keyboard on it. So just lurk away. And hello to all of the people who are in the room. Okay. Um, so this obviously is the new book. Now, on the back, there are other colorings. These are split sort of evenly between my friend Susan Curry and Virginia. So I was positively giddy. Yeah, yes, I did on numerous occasions. Uh, oh, Kathy, you got to see the video. The entire library of Jane F. Hankins books, 8 of them. I was blown away, Kathy, absolutely blown away. And it's the video that I posted. Yes, yes, that was my reaction, Kathy. That was my reaction. And if you don't believe me, here they are. Here they are, and there they are. They they really are in there, all of them. Anyway, I did a really long video of, of showing them off, and now I have to have. Yeah, me too. Uh, yeah. Oh wow, it's the video that I posted. I think it was last night. I think. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello to anybody that has come in that I missed. Um, and hi, Sue. And oh, that's lovely that you are here. And hi, Sue Gaines and Sue Thomas. And thank you for your lovely comments yesterday. or this morning. And oh, you have two of them, Elizabeth. They are just spectacular. And, people do complain about the price of them, but I do have to tell you that, um, they are worth every single dime of what they cost. And the fact that she's now gone out of her way to make a more affordable one, the 9 by 12, is only $19.99 on Amazon right now. And it's just, Thomas was your maiden name too. So there's a legit Sue Thomas and a legit Sue Gaines here. I love that. Maybe you two are related somehow. Uh, anyway, um, there are links to all of those books. My own Amazon links are to all of those books. The Jane Hankins books are in my description of my video that I posted yesterday. And oh my goodness, they are just so cool. They are just so cool. I can highly recommend them. I Anybody who balks at the price, that's what they cost, man, because they're oversized, which means that the shipping is more expensive to begin with. The paper cost is ridiculous. I know, because when you put a book together that size, you check out the cost of things, and the paper size on that, it's great 80-pound paper. It's cardstock. It's actually number 80 paper. I think it's much more than 80 pounds because it's way thicker than any cardstock that I've used. And yet it's still flexible. I have not colored on it yet, so I don't know how it takes water mediums, but I imagine just fine. And I know it takes pencil mediums just fine. So, because pretty much everything does. That is so cool that Sue Gaines and Sue Thomas are here, and Sue Gaines used to be a Sue Thomas. She is just a tremendous gift to the coloring community, to artists, because remember that, YouTube she doesn't draw the line at YouTube. There's guys that don't do YouTube, like Marty Woods, that she supports. And, a lot of people on Patreon, and I know a lot of you guys do. And I was just thinking that, that one of these days I should do a Patreon, but I have just kind of always felt like, my sales on my Etsy shop are enough. And beside which, I'm never certain that I can draw on demand to be able to, to promise a certain amount of merchandise within a certain period of time, that kind of thing. Alcohol markers work great on it. Oh, that's good to know. Okay. That is wonderful. And of course, they are all single-sided. They're perforated pages. They're spiral bound, so they're good for right or left. It's just amazing. Okay. But I do want to flip through my own book. Now, you have seen these images on my channel over the last year, but I do want to show them to you at any rate in the final form. And then, of course, throughout this book, you will encounter my family of 6 fun and whimsical dragons. In order of appearance, here are the names of the drawings. And so I tell you which ones are the dragons. And in future volumes, this family will grow, as most families do. But for now, there are just 6 of them. So if you're looking for a book of just dragons, I don't want you to be disappointed. Oh, my goodness. Now, this particular copy is printed probably a little bit lighter than a lot of other copies, but that is a function of where it got printed. This particular one was printed in South Carolina, which is where my books are normally printed for this market. Not the calendar girls, Christine's girls. You guys. You guys. Okay. Now this is important because this I want you to know. This book is dedicated, as always, to the fans of my work, who are the lights of my life, and especially to the wonderful folks who join me each week on my YouTube channel and breathed my little dragons into life to live among the flowers. A special shout out to Ann Siggers, Dee Dee Willingham, Samantha Wilkes, Sandra Van Ash, and Melody Go for their help and support this past year. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, I addressed all of this a couple of videos back, so I just wanted you guys to know that you know what you did made a difference. So, a very special thank you to colorists Virginia Sanders Cole and Susan Curry, as always, and that's sort of a standard in my book since I usually use their work. Okay, so we have the "This Book Belongs To" page, which I put inside the frame. You may recognize this frame as having the turtle drawing in it, and this is, of course, the honey page. I'm just going to flip through this real quick. And my Spike of the Dragon, my very first dragon. And this is part of the exclusives that were in Color On magazine in September of 2018 that never made it into any print book. So this one is now in this book. There are all 5 of them are in here. This is, of course, the Creatures of Ancient Wisdom, Creatures of Age and Wisdom. And this is the one that I did with the grasshopper and the snail. And I just love the way my grasshopper turned out and my snail. So it's in there. I don't think I need to zoom down, do I? I think you can pretty much see from there. We'll zoom that much. Okay. This one is the ornaments. Now this one is I called it angel flower ornaments, but really it could be any kind of ornaments. And thank you, Nana, for the reminder, for the heads up. Hello, Shannon. Oh my goodness. And hello to anybody that has snuck in that I have not seen yet or who is remaining silent and I don't see you. Speak up or don't, as the case may be. You're welcome anyway. And this is, of course, one of the mandalas. Now this one is, I think I called it Flower Fountain. And Shannon, are you still at your sister's, or are you back home now? Are you and Shara still together under the roof? Eggnog in my coffee. Yes, it's very good. However, it's getting cold. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. So they're still together. And they're real live sisters, by the way. We saw proof positive of that yesterday. Hopefully they got rid of that proof positive. I haven't checked yet. And this is my moon gazer dragon, and I love him. This is one, Nana Mo. I am sending you this. I know I said I would. And I really am. I just haven't gotten it in the mail yet. It and a Christmas card are coming. And this is one of the mandalas that are in the book. This one is because I know Anne likes the complicated ones. So I did a few of those for her. This is the bubble making orchid is the name of this. And of course, the cover image, The Dragons Come Calling. And this one was the one that was inspired by the old perfume bottles, the old, really ornate with lots of pearls in them and all of that, the old perfume bottles. And another mandala. And the Dragon Cave. Honey, I'm home. I crack myself up sometimes. And this is the Butterfly's Garden. I love this image. It is so interestingly colored by so many different people, and because nobody sees the same thing in it. And so that's the one that is also colored here on the back. It's so, look at what anyway Virginia did to it. And this was another one of the five exclusives. And oh, that's right, she's streaming today. Okay. Shara, for those who don't know, Shara has been streaming through or for the colorathon, for the Christmas colorathon. So, and I believe you said it was going to be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so 5 o'clock Pacific Time. Is that right? Which makes it, what's 8 plus 5? 1 o'clock in the morning in the UK. Excuse me. This is the turtle pond with the little ducks landing on Mr. Turtle's head. And this is the What You Doing Dragon. Curious little fellow wants to know what you're doing. And this one's just a pretty design that I really liked. And another mandala. This one is fairly simple, but it could be fairly complex if you wanted to add some interesting background out here. I left room for that. And these are ones that you have not seen. These are, I showed you the 4 quad that I was doing. These are them blown up and around. So these, you've never seen these. There's 4 of them here. And if you like mandalas, there are mandalas in this book too. Now I say that because, everybody out there says, oh, I hate mandalas. Well, then explain to me why my mandala book has outsold all my other books, bar none. If everybody hates mandalas. And so there they are. And thank you, Anne. I knew you'd like them. And this one I especially love. It's just, it looks, because in my mind, these are all gemstones. So, I love to color gemstones. Yeah, there must be a closet mandala colorist out there. That's true. That is so true. People like mandalas. What can I tell you? They're not intimidating. That I think is the thing. They almost, if you just sort of follow a pattern, you're guaranteed a beautiful result with a mandala. And I think that is one of the things that makes them so attractive to people. I also, and also with you in mind, I did put a couple of different frames in this one, not frames that you've seen before. So there are 2 new frames to go with the ones that were in the other book. And then, of course, as always, there's a full set of the crafter size. I won't go through those, but they're here. Now, if you want to, and I started to, I wanted to see what the Arteza Real Brush pens would do. They don't bleed, but they are highly saturated. The paper, the Amazon paper really sucks the pigment. So if you want subtlety, you've got to do the plastic thing first. You got to put it on the plastic and do it with a brush. So that was a little test that I was doing right there. And of course, they do bleed through. So you just have to be prepared for that. But then when it comes to the bonus pages, having learned from many complaints that others have had when they do bonus pages of their previous books, I never put the same bonus pages in as I did the books before. So theoretically, by the time I get to 24 books, you'll have all 24 books in bonus pages if you're buying them all, which I would love. So this one is from Flowers and Dreams, which was my very first book. It colors beautifully. Hello, Susan. Susan Wilkes, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And Susan, I'm flipping through the new book. And I'll go back a little bit. This one is from Flower Inspirations. And I've never used that one as a bonus page before. That's from Flowers and Flyers. Likewise, I've never used that one as a bonus page. From Flowers and Whimsy, you've seen this, but I included the whole one that has the frame on it. This is the only one that repeats in all of my books, and because it's you guys know how I feel about this Charles Dickens phrase: "No one is useless in this world who lightens the burdens of another." And I try to live my life that way. This one is from that was from Flowers and Whimsy, so this one must be from Flowers of Fantasy, Flowers of Wonder, Fantasy Flower Garden, and Fabulous Flowers. We're going to get to a point where not even I can remember the name of all of them. But if I need a cheat, there it is right there. So this is, of course, the picture of all the books that feature my work, including Treasury 1 and 2, and my one and only travel book. There will be a new travel book this year. There will be a new travel size book this year. There will. So, Susan, I know you like mandalas. So I'm going to go right back to just the last pages here. And here is where I put the mandalas for this book. There are about 7 of them in total, I think, amongst the 28 images. There's another. There's technically another. I love this image. I have always loved that one. And I love this one. I love my dragons. There's another one right there. I think you might have already colored that, though. The travel size book on Etsy, you can. Oh, Donna, you can. There is a travel size book. There's the reason why I've never put it on Etsy as a separate one of is because there is technically a travel size book at the end of all of the books. So if you print the last 14 pages or because there is this feature, the 5x7s, there's this feature in all my books, and these are the same size that are in the travel size book, which is why I've never done it, because I just figured that you could just cut them out, and since you're going to be printing it anyway, you could just cut them out. So you get one with, but if you want because the travel size book is a mixture of all, of like 3 books at a time. So I guess I could do that. Yes. These are the same pictures. Oh, you mean, are they the same ones that are in the travel size book? No. I see what you mean. Okay. I will make a travel size book PDF out of that. That's what I put them in there for, Anne. That's one of the reasons why I put them in. I mean, they are they're great for they are absolutely great for just, you cut out the pages and just cut them in half, or even if you kept the whole page and just folded it in half, you could put it in a little binder, and and have an actual travel size book. Whereas when I get them bound like this, it's basically, well, actually, I guess these are slightly bigger. So this is the travel size book right here. This is the, and you can see that it's a 6x9, whereas this is an 8.5 by 11. This one is the 6x9. And so this is the travel size book now. So if you have, you have Flowers and Dreams, Flower Inspirations, and Flowers and Flyers, then you have all of these images. Because I did it, I do it every 3 books, and I'm behind. So there's 12 images. I think there's 36 images in here. So there's 12 from, I think there's 12 from each of the first 3 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. 1 through 12. So there's 12 from Flowers and Dreams, 12 from Flower Inspirations, and 12 from Flowers and Flyers. So I need to do a new one that's 12 from the next 3 books, which will take me through Flowers of Wonder, and then there are 3 more books. So I owe the market two more travel size books. So maybe there will be 2 more travel size books. Christine, what is the economy coloring pencils you use? Ooh, hang on, I can show them to you. Sue, it is these. It is, let me back the camera off just a tad here. And, okay. These are the, sorry about the glare. These are the Deli Starjoy colored pencils. And I can actually, thank you. And if I actually have a link that I can drop in for you, because I'm pretty sure that I have one right handy. Documents, Notepad, notes from laptop, Amazon affiliate links, nope, show notes, open. And sorry everybody. Let me grab the, oh, for heaven's sakes, where are they? That's the magnifying dome. The Deli Starjoys, there they are. Fantastic pencils at a budget price. Copy and make that small, make that disappear, and add them right in there. Oh, by the way, everything in my Etsy shop is on sale for 30% off, and that includes the new book. So this is them. There are, I believe, there are 2 trays. These are the ones that are very similar. I've been told they're very similar to polychromos, and they cost usually less than they're like $26, I think. So they're really a wonderful, and they are absolutely worth every dime. I mean, they're they're beautiful pencils is what they are. You're welcome. They're absolutely beautiful pencils. Whoops. Okay. Put stuff back. Okay. Should we color something? Ooh, they bumped them up. Oh my goodness. $32.99. Okay. You're getting $36. Where are you, Sue? Yeah, they're 30. There should be $30.99. And if you've got Prime or if you, well, actually at that price, they should qualify for free shipping because you only have to get to $25 with Amazon. So they should qualify for free shipping. You wouldn't get them tomorrow, but you could get them, I found that especially at this time of the year, they pretty much, if it's free shipping, they just ship it like it was Prime anyway, because who wants to be bothered with separating out all that stuff? Oh, that second cup of coffee does not have eggnog in it, and it's not nearly as good. Oh, you do have Prime. Okay, so it should be free, and you should be able to get it in a couple of days. Does anybody have a preference for something to color? I was going to color, I was going to just color one of the mandalas. Okay, the list price is $35.99. Amazon is selling it for $32.99. Okay, you're going to try eggnog coffee. Absolutely. I am telling you what, dollop of eggnog and you're good to go. Now, I buy the Southern Comfort. You don't put alcohol in it, but it's called Southern Comfort, and it's made by Southern Comfort. Every year they come out with 2 eggnogs. They have the traditional, and this year they have a vanilla spice. And so I bought the vanilla spice, and that is what I've been putting in my coffee, is the vanilla spice eggnog. And oh my gosh, Caroline, is it good. Now, depending upon how sweet you like your coffee, I do actually put a tiny bit of sugar in as well because I have really strong coffee. I drink French roast coffee, which is dark, and so yeah. So I have to add. I just bump up a little bit of sugar. It is so yummy. It is so very yummy. Okay, I was going to do a mandala, right? But which one? Which one? There's one I haven't done. And well, I could do one of the new ones. Do we want to do one of the new ones? I'll do one of the new ones. How about that? Because these aren't in the shop. The only place you can get these mandalas is in this book. And once again, there is a hang on. Oh, there it is. I should find it. And let's see, Etsy shop. Oh, actually, there's a link down below. There's a link to my Etsy shop right there in the, and to this particular book right there in the thing. And again, it is 30% off. You had a horrible experience with Southern Comfort and Coke. Yeah, so I love Southern Comfort. Don't get me wrong, but I would not spike my eggnog with Southern Comfort. But Southern Comfort makes this particular product. But then again, they make a lot of things that aren't alcohol. So you read my mind. Yep, that's the one to do. Oh, okay, good. This is the one you wanted me to do. One of the new ones. Yeah, no, yeah, most of us have had a Southern Comfort hangover. I'll tell you the worst. I was telling this in what if we don't color anything? In Shara's stream yesterday, the worst hangover that I've ever had is a Jägermeister hangover. Oh my word. The only time in my life I've ever actually wished for death. It's like, please just let me die. The one with jewels around it. Well, that could be all of them because I put jewels around all of them. Actually, it takes a way long time. Oh, well, this one has jewels all the way around. They all four have jewels. That's a major feature. Shannon wants you to color Butterfly Garden. Shannon, this one? You want me to color this one? Oh, I can't color that. I don't have the brain power for that today. I'm sorry. I need to color something simple today. Wait a second. What? I never had one of those. What? A Jägermeister or a hangover? Well, she can be a pain in the butt for you. See, I'm sort of immune to her because she's not here. Oh, you guys, you really want me to color that? Wait a second. I've got some people wanting the mandala and some people wanting this. I will color this. I will do it, but not today. All right, I'll commit to coloring this in a video, but I won't do it today. Oh no, the poor dog. Wait, what? And I was 16 and sitting around. I was sitting around. At some point, things spilled and our dog licked it up. All right, we're going to do this one. All right. Just chill, Christine. Just chill. All right, so we're going to start with a lovely sienna gold because I love sienna gold. And I am going to color in this book using this pencil and these ink tints. And we're just going to go for it. And I am going to pay attention to the chat. How about that? Let's see here. Let me zoom you down just a tad. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, she's good. I don't think we have any. We don't have any troublemaking going on, do we? Nah. Of course, I wouldn't know. I'm not. Okay. Let's color something. I still, like I say, I look over at those books and I just can't believe they're here and that they live here. And that if I wanted to color in one, I could. By the time I finished that video and got it posted last night, I was just exhausted, and so I did not. Whoops. Let's throw a little page protection down behind this. And let's actually not mess it up right out of the gate. Okay, so that was the sienna, and this is the golden yellow. So what I want to do is I've got the more orangey yellow, trying to go for a gold look here. So I'm just adding a little bit of pigment down here at the bottom. This also, this is sort of a test of, because, new book, possibly new paper ream, Amazon. So let's see how they do with how the Amazon paper does with my water mediums in this book. They almost always just do really, really well. How many here actually saw the hedgehog video and think that I should make more videos like that? I've seen quite a few, or at least a couple of comments that said that I should do that I should do more of those sort of, free hand watercolor type things, as opposed to only color my art in coloring books. The thing about it is that the product that I have to sell is my coloring books, but I guess if I just don't feel like I am proficient enough to, of course I could make them to just give away, which would probably be a much better use for them. By the way, all of those Christmas cards are now out and headed to various places. And so that was good, especially considering that I had been in Sammy's stream earlier in the week and had basically said, I don't send Christmas cards, which up to this Christmas has been true. It's been years since I've sent Christmas cards. But, in case you wonder what I'm after here, it's my swatch book, of course, because Christine can't do anything without a swatch book. I need a Christmas red, and it's going to be the chili red, which is 0500. I just needed to know which one to look for. I thought it was this one. So I really am just putting a very light coat of chili red over the whole thing, and I will shade with a darker color when I can here. No Christmas cards this year because you do not suck, Anne. Now, come on. Hello, Michelle Plato. Hi, and welcome. And welcome to anybody who has come in the door that I have not personally greeted. You are always welcome, welcome, welcome. And yes, Melinda, there is a card on its way to you. The mailman finally picked him up. We had a day of rain, and the mailman did not pick up the mail. He just sort of, we have one of those fair weather mailmen. If the weather is cruddy or if it's raining, he won't show up. And I don't know what he does on those days, but it's like we could count on the idea that if the weather is rainy, we will not get any mail that day. Now, whatever happened to, come sleet or snow or dark of night, the post must get through. I guess that's not the case any longer. It's like, yeah, we'll get around to it when we get around to it. So many people, all they get is junk mail and bills. Happy to let the bills wait a day. And the junk mail I just toss anyway. So, well, I toss it in the recycle bin. See, I'm not the only one. I am not the only one. It's like, I guess I don't know. I just, when JD and I were together, we used to send Christmas cards. But, and then for a while I sent them to my family, but, I never got any back. So it was like, okay, well, I'll just get lazy about it and not send any to them either. So, and then last year, I just so totally wasn't prepared for Christmas or, anything that maybe I need to. There we go. That's what I need to do. Are we still in focus? Turn the light. Oh, oh goodness. CLAldridges. Okay. Lots of activity on the screen there. I'll be right. Oh, I'm sorry, Sue. More chicken soup and yeah, Nika, how about you? Are you feeling any better, hon? Chicken soup and rest, my dear. Both of you. You're just not really in the Christmas mood. Yeah. Yeah, I think part of it is that it's just this whole year has just like zoomed past. And it's been, full of trauma and drama, both, from the whole, all the stuff from the summer and the COPPA and all of the supposed threats that we have got to business models and, things like that, to the idea that, we're undertaking some pretty heavy stuff on a national level. And it's just all I really want to do is just go to bed. Wake up when the nightmare is over. I'll bet you that is true, Melinda, that when you are in the retail that you're never in the Christmas mood. And you only started coloring Christmas. Yeah. Exactly, Louise. Exactly. There is so little time for everything. Well, hi, sis-in-law of Nanamo. Hi to you. And oh no. Oh, you couldn't even sip Gatorade. Oh, that's terrible. And you really need to make sure that you, yeah, chicken soup is the best. Jewish penicillin, that's exactly what it is. And it is absolutely the best. Chicken broth, if you can't, try try some chicken broth if you can't sip the Gatorade. I know sometimes Gatorade is too sweet for me, depending upon, what kind of sick I am. Sometimes I can't do sweet. And I've got to do salty. So yeah, Nika was not feeling well at all. And Calvy's not well either. Wait, what? Holy cow, it's going around. If everyone is sick, you're sending you big hugs, love, and hope you feel better soon. Me too. Me too. Wait a second. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm going to have to go back and read the chat over again. By the way, I did go back and I read last week's chat as well. And I saw that Mickey Sunshine Crafts had said that she was going to be streaming on Christmas Day at 2 p.m. And, of course, I was planning on streaming on Christmas Day as well. So I don't know what time I will be streaming, but I did go check out Mickey's channel. And she does beautiful diamond painting. And you all should be aware that there will be a number of us who are streaming on Christmas Day. I'll just, I'll just try and squeeze myself in there somehow, as a place to be for those of us who are not otherwise engaged elsewhere. So we'll all be able to hang out together. I did it last year, and that video got more watches than pretty much any other video for a long time. It was my number one video for, time wise of length of people watching it, because folks just came and stayed, and it was so nice. I think I streamed for like 3 hours, something like that. It was wonderful. Your Granny Gracie had to write a Christmas poem for homework. I saw her picture on I don't know, I saw it on Facebook, so I imagine you posted it to Instagram of her as the donkey in the Christmas pageant. Yes, Nanamo, that was so cute, absolutely so cute. Oh yeah, Susan, I am single, familyless, and it's just me. It's just me and the world. Uh, so yeah. Well, I mean, you don't want to say I'm familyless. I have no kids and no husband. I do have a sister, but we don't talk about that. She and I, for reasons of, I guess, our own, that have to do with the fact that she's a snob and I'm not. And she deserves to be. She's worked hard to build a life that she wants, and I am an inconvenient, I just don't want her lifestyle. So I'm not the president of my own Fortune 500. So if I were, I could probably get her attention. Anyway, that's probably unfair. Anyway, yeah, we're not going to go down that road. I left that road a couple of years ago, and I'm not going back down it ever again. You deleted your Facebook page. Oh, Melinda, you are so sweet. Thank you. What? Honey, you don't need to do that. Hard here. All of, my mods, she's always going for, and she sends me gifts and makes sure I've got coloring supplies and all that kind of good stuff. Thank you, honey. You are so kind. Uh, yeah. Oh, boy, I'll tell you. Thank you. You guys have just been so wonderful. You really have no idea. You just have no idea. Or maybe you do. At least I hope you do. I hope I adequately convey how much you all mean to me. All right. Now, let's find a nice wine color. I want a nice Shiraz, I do believe. Here we have a nice Shiraz. So we're gonna go. And this, by the way, is I'm just coloring. I could be using markers. I am not really demonstrating very much technique on this particular piece. Mostly because and you're right, it is hard to talk and color at the same time. It is. And that, the other thing about it is that video that I made, uh, the video that I made with the hedgehog, it was so nice to just sit here and watch TV and paint that, and then be able to speed it up and talk over it. That was a very convenient way to make a video because then I could concentrate fully on what I was coloring, and and then on what I was saying about what I was coloring. I even remembered all the colors I was using, and that's amazing. Uh, Thank you, Mo. Thank you so much, and thank you, Mo, for your kind words. Yes, you are. And that's just it, Sue. I am rich. I am rich with friendship and the people that come to visit me with me every Sunday. Hello, Mrs. Coffee. How are you? And thank you so very, very much for your friends and coloring from my book. I still have not watched the video, but I will be over there to look at it. I was finishing I was trying to finish my video of those amazing Jane Higgins books, uh, and then by the time that I got done with that, I was just exhausted after the streamathon thing yesterday. So I stopped checking out anything, and I just went to bed. Well, I watched the news, and then I went to bed. Oh, I know what it was. Last week was so was sort of uh, a busy one because I kept getting caught up in watching the House of Representatives hearings, and so I will say that if you were not able to watch the whole thing, that you're in watching the news, you're not getting the whole story. So you need to actually watch the. Uh, uh, oh, Nanamo, Nanamo. Did you not see Nanamo? There is a video. There is a video. It says it's on my channel, and it says "Journey. Take a journey with me through the imaginary world of Jane F. Hankins." Uh, Nanamo, all of them, all of them. It's like, oh, I see. You're joking. Okay. Oh my gosh. Crazy things going on in the house. What? I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh, uh, you're so well, Gel. Wait, what? You're, yeah, yeah, I am so well, Gel. I don't have one. What? Oh, I'm okay. I'm so, was that was that what autocorrect? Oh my goodness, autocorrect. I was trying to say the word hidden, it was hidden. Like I hid it, or hiding behind something. To share it yesterday and using the voice thing on my phone, and it kept writing hitting. I'm, I'm, I'm hitting people. I'm not hitting anybody, I promise. Oh, so what is, oh, jealous. Okay. I'm old, Nanamo. You have to translate for me. Well, I'm not that old, but, and I'm young at heart. Oh, speaking of young at heart. Okay. So for those of us who have channels and have the back end of those, which are the YouTube studio. Oh, thank you. Thank you to whoever that was. Thank you live and in person. Uh, the the YouTube studio has a link to the creators channel. And one of the things that they put up was a year in review on YouTube. And so one of the things that was on the year in review is what was the most viewed video, the trending topics. And it went to a channel named James Charles. Okay, that is the name of the channel, James Charles. Well, I didn't know who James Charles was. I'd never heard of him. So I watched it. And the name of the video was No More Lies. And so I watched it. And now I'm from California. So I have a way open mind to all kinds of different lifestyles. And so I watched this particular video, and it was, it basically boiled down to to a sort of a snip fight that happened between two internet influencers, or YouTube influencers, and the real story and all of anyway. It was so funny, but I got to watching this kid's videos. Now he's a young man, he's 20, he's a Hollywood makeup artist, and he's a social media influencer. At the age of 20, he's got the beautiful house with the grand sitting in the sitting in the living room, and the all white carpet, and the black leather sofa, or the not black leather, but anyway, tastefully done by a decorator, la da 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 da. And he's actually he's not transgendered. He's a drag. He does drag makeup. And oh my goodness, he is the most beautiful woman you ever saw. I mean, talk about facial structure and cheekbones to die for. And I just loved it. So I have no idea where I was going with that, other than YouTube is just the most amazing place. It really is the most amazing place that there is. Hello, Corolla. I am trying so hard not to miss people this week, because I missed so many of you last week. And you're old too. I know you are, but you and I are from well, you're from England and I'm from America, and we have different terms. So gel would mean jealous for you. Gel for me means jello, which I think you call something else. So anyway, okay, so that was wine. And so wine, now I'm going to go back to the chili red. Is that right? Did I want to go the Shiraz? No, I want to go the crimson. That's it. That's the cherry. That's the hot. That's the crimson. So I'm coming back the other way. Trying to make a red flower here for Christmas. And it's 23:15. I'm only going to do half of this flower, and then I'm going to take some water to it so you can see the magic. I love ink tints for just this reason. They are absolutely like working with magic. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, and now the rest of the story has come out. We call Jello jelly. Oh my goodness. You'd have said I'm jelly, I would have immediately thought jealous. But yeah, okay. So we uh oh, I watched something that showed him a little. Yeah, James Charles. And isn't he I mean, gosh, he is he is he's certainly a guy who has made as has the content bug. I love the content bug uh, channel. She is. I just love her. I love any kind of entrepreneurial type thing. I mean, basically these people are creating careers for themselves out of thin air, and I so admire that. That is what they've got product, obviously, because he is. I mean, he is pretty good with makeup. I gotta say, uh, got his own line of makeup, and uh, obviously, he's one of those who's who type people in his niche, and and the content bug. She has literally blown up her YouTube channel. I started watching her, about 3, 4 weeks ago, max, and she had, I think it was like 6,000 followers. She just crossed 34,000. I just looked at it, 34,000 followers. And she did it in under a month, just simply by making content about how she did it. She's making content about how wild the growth is, how much it's helping her with her other business, which is, her products that she has to sell, and and she's doing it pretty much transparently, and showing us all how to do it, or how she did it. At anyway, it certainly is not something that would work for everybody, because not all of us have the personality for it. I don't. Not that I simply couldn't sustain that level of bubbliness for any length of time. And don't worry about this. These are too bright. I'm going to fix them later. It's always hard to do ink tints on regular paper and have it look like it should right out of the gate. You got to end up doing a bunch of layers and stuff like that, because you don't really know how it's going to look until it's dry. But then you have, yeah. Wait, okay, sustained bubbliness. Yeah, I, yeah. I mean, she is just like on it now. Part of that is her editing. Uh, part of that really is her editing. Wait, what is going on? Made granddaughter a grilled cheese and turkey sandwich, and she said, "Aw, isn't that nice when they thank you and think it was good?" That's lovely, Kim. Been called a lot of things, but never bubbly. Yeah. I well, part of it is the content bug. Part of her bubbliness is the fact that she edits. She edits out pretty much every breath she takes. because it is it is the pace of her videos is boom, 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 boom. It's a lot of information delivered in a very short period of time, and a lot of that is her editing process, and that is getting good at editing is is something now. Excuse me. It's not something that most of us who make coloring videos can employ, primarily because we could if we did voiceovers like Anne does. Her videos are probably about 15 minutes, and 15 or 20 minutes. Uh, the most, I think the longest one that I've seen was about 25 or 30 minutes. But her CPM is incredible. And understanding that is like her CPM is something like 60 something dollars a minute. And what that is CPM is cost per thousand views. And but it's there is like, for instance, a gaming channel. A gaming channel could have 100,000 subscribers, but only make $500 a month on YouTube, because people don't watch. They're not watching the channel to watch the ads. They don't want to. They don't want to see the ads. They skip them, or there's or what is usual is that most advertisers don't want their names associated with any kind of violent games, and so they CPM, and so they don't. Consequently, they don't want their ads to run on those channels. So advertising is always very limited, and we got to remember that the business model of YouTube is ad based and not subscription based. So so it matters, but a channel. A channel like the Content Bug, every advertiser in creation wants to be on that channel. Hang on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Oh, that's much better. I had to go blow my nose. Coffee and a donut sound really good right now. Ooh, yes, it does. Actually, the donut part sounds good. I've got the coffee. But yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, no, I'm okay. I got to talking, which of course plugged my sinuses, which in turn caused them to drip, and then I cough and I had to pee, so I might as well go cough and pee at this, so I don't do them both at the same time in my chair. Sorry, some of the ads are long. Yeah, you know what? You only watch the first 30 seconds of any ad, and then you can skip it. If you watch, well, we're not supposed to talk about it, but yeah, I wouldn't watch a 20-minute ad either. Now, a couple of Marie Forello or Marie something, where she like puts a whole entire TV show in a break. I ran into one of those on your channel. I tried to watch it. I watched about a minute of it and then I had to turn it off. But supposedly, I've heard you only have to watch the first 30 seconds. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, some are very annoying. I do not like. Remember when that Redbubble? Did you guys, the Redbubble ad that with the rocker with the horrible song? I got to the point where I had to skip that one, or I would, at bare minimum, I would hit mute. But I oftentimes I use them as a time to go get a cup of coffee, or hit the little girl's room or whatever, depending upon how long it is. Hello, Shalene. Lovely to see you, my dear. And Shaper Man. Oh, yes. Oh, I remember them. I haven't seen one in a while. I probably should not talk about it, should not say it out loud. Because I have noticed that if you say a word out loud, pretty soon you start getting advertising for it. This is actually prettier than it looks here on the camera. Okay. I'm looking for the crimson. That's what I want, crimson. That's this color. Probably putting down way too much pigment here, but that's okay. And in case y'all are wondering, Inktense does shadow the back, but it doesn't usually bleed through. A little bit, but not very much. And that's what the plastic protector sheet is for. Oh, you pay the monthly subscription. Yeah, you can do that. You can have. Oh, you're the person that I'm getting the premium from then. Did you know that we actually get paid on this too, even though you're not watching? If you're here, we still get credit for the time that you're here. Did you know that, Melinda? And it's lovely. And so I like, I like the business model that that YouTube is built on. I hope that they get to keep it, and I am more than happy, considering the content that is here. The fact, and I keep writing this in comments whenever, like I got a little snarky with Ian Corzine the other day. When he came out with a video that talked about how, YouTube is going to die and it's going to turn into this, that, and the other thing. And I got snarky. I'm not snarky, but I got snarky and I said, hey, buddy, just like the half truth that you put out about this, insider and this general audience thing, without taking into account that YouTube has no way to account for the people that are watching but aren't actually signed into an account. This particular video is also full of half truths, like the fact that people are not joining subscriberships in droves. What they are doing is they're dumping their cables in droves. And and they are realizing that maybe advertising isn't such a bad way to have to isn't such a bad thing after all. Gives you a little break, other than just the pause button. And and people get paid, and advertising is still one of those, and advertising is never going to go away because we always want products. Yes, now some of the lawyers and people are making videos to make money. Exactly. And Ian Corzine is one of them. And that, I think that is a misuse because he is purporting himself to be your social media attorney. That's what he's saying. And you know what? I'm going to watch a guy like Hogue Law who says, quite categorically, and he's doing it to make money, there's no doubt, but he's also delivering good information, good information that is based on experience and, and actual considered thought. In other words, he's not doing it just to, and and his titles are not clickbait. And I think that's what I object to. I really object to channels that use clickbait, or that that turn out to be, or they'll make some sort of a controversial statement about something just to get eyes on the product. I mean, I understand the incentive to do that, but I don't think it's right, and I call them out on it. Yeah, the Legal Eagles guy, also probably some, he's probably got some good stuff. He was certainly good at explaining the whole of the situation that's going on, although he didn't, he certainly didn't have any what I would consider, like Oglaw has just been right on the money all the way. So yes, Melinda, exactly. Yes, he wild claims or get hysterical, or he just calmly explains the law. This is what the law is. This is what it says. This is what they're saying it means. This is what else it could mean. Oh, this is the problem. Like when he explained the whole, why YouTube, he did that, why YouTube can't just automatically go for the general audience thing. It made perfect sense. And he did that way before, way before Ian Corzine even talked about it. So that's why I knew that Ian Corzine's video was clickbait. Like, geez Louise. I had an insider from the FTC call me and tell me this. Well, yeah, but he apparently didn't tell you why YouTube is not prepared to address it. Mostly because the FTC does not, at their own saying, they don't know how YouTube works. Uh-oh. it's 3:35. Okay, I'm going to have to go blow my nose again. We had rain, and now, of course, the pressure is high. It's warm and mild outside, and it's wreaking havoc with my sinuses. Let me go blow my nose. I'll be right back. You don't want to listen, I promise. Okay, that is better. Didn't he have? Yeah, that's the one, Melinda. That's the one. It was Ian Corzine. What? Only supposedly it wasn't he originally in his video said it was an FTC executive, and then he said, you don't know how powerful YouTube, the people at YouTube are, and then everybody said, oh well, you just made a mistake. He meant to say it was a YouTube executive, and I'm like, I don't really care. At this particular point in time, I don't really care. Oh, how is it turning out, Anne? I watched you start that, and how beautiful for your mom, and what a wonderful gift. You're in alert mode as well. Oh yeah, everybody's diamond paint. Okay, yeah, I have one that I have to finish as well, so I can start my new one. I'm almost done with the other one though. Okay. So that is a start on that. So I think this is dry to the inside. Let me add a little. Actually, I think I want a brown to add in there. Let's see here. Let's go with a nice willow. I don't know. No, I think that's going to have to be chocolate. I think we'll go with a willow around here. It's weird. Oh, breathing. So important. Yes. It's so nice when you can breathe. Okay. Oh, that's looking good. All right, so that's the wrong color for that. Let's pick a better color for that. I think bark is too dark. The bark is too dark. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go with the Payne's Gray. Duh. Hello. That's sepia. Did I really just say duh? Uh-oh. I could be in trouble. Indian ink, sepia. Oh, for pity's sake. Oh, there it is. My grandmother used to say that. Oh, for pity's sake. Okay, that's better. That's exactly what I want. This is Payne's Gray. I'm just sort of adding a little color into the base of these. Doesn't have to be a lot. Okay. Boy, that camera still seems like it's awfully far away. Of course, it's just probably because I'm seeing it from my end. Anyway. Just sort of trying to work it out. It's going to be really dark sort of going into it, but see how you can brush it back? Which helps it blend in. If you brush it back before it dries, that's why I've always got my, sorry, piling stuff up on top of it. So how is, thank you, what is everybody doing this week? Are you done with your Christmas shopping? Are you doing Christmas shopping? Did you do it all online? How many of us have forsaken the stores in favor of Amazon or other online? Oh, that was the other thing I was going to mention. Shara reminded us yesterday that sometimes a really good deal can be had at Jackson's Art out of the UK. And their shipping to the USA, as is most UK shipping, is fairly reasonable. And it's really expensive going from us to them, but from them to us is actually quite manageable. And so she recommended that for, what was it that you had recommended, Shara? I know it was the the one of pencils, you know, when you need to order a pencil. Although Dick Blick is great, but sometimes Blick's, and I know this is true, Blick's shipping can be just ridiculous. I don't remember what it was that she bought. Was it Stickles? I think it was Stickles. You're definitely done with your shopping. A couple of things for his favorite and who's his favorite NFL football team? Let's see. No. Are you in Minnesota? Is it the Vikings? No. So you're like done. Yeah, the Minnesota Vikings. That's what I thought. I thought it was the Minnesota Vikings. See, I know a little something about football. Not much, but I know the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers and the St. Louis somethings. St. Louis no, that's the I don't know. St. Louis, they're a big team. And yeah, Packers fan. Okay. Yes, that's it. The Packers. The Green Bay Packers. Got it. Okay, there we go. We're cooking with gas now. We've got at least a little shadowing and shading going on. It makes it look like I have sort of half a clue as to what I'm doing. And what do we want to do here? Let us go with, I want to hold this to 3 colors. And I haven't used the green yet. And I don't want white. So I want, maybe we'll use the green. And then you don't have to keep track anymore. You gave up football when you gave up the guy. Is that it, Michelle? St. Louis doesn't, oh, sorry. Oh, since the Rams moved to LA, yes. Maybe that's what it was. I'm thinking of St. Louis, but I'm going, no, the Rams are Los Angeles, because then they were Anaheim, and now they're back in LA. Is that right? Although why the Rams would have ever moved to Anaheim is completely beyond me. It'd be like the LA Dodgers moving to Los Angeles. Of course, that's how I imagine how that felt, how New York felt when the Dodgers left them. Dodger Stadium. Okay. I want a green. Duh. Hello, Christy. Oh, that's the second time now. Okay, so I want the Ionian Green and the Fern Green. So 1560 and Ionian. Okay. There's the Ionian. And there. That's the leaf, the belt, the oak, the leaf, the vivid, the beech, the apple, iron. Of course, it would be the last one I look for. My teams were the I've always loved the Denver Broncos, or yeah, Denver Broncos. Is that right? The one that always wins. The New England Patriots. That's them. The Patriots and the other ones that they're always going against. Of course, I never know. I really don't know. I really have no idea. Okay, so now we're gonna, okay. Just shut up and color, Christine. Pretend like I have a clue as to what I'm doing. All right, so this is the Fern Green. I'm just putting a little color down there. Then I'm going to color around the edges with the darker Ionian green, just sort of leaving a little bit of space there. Okay. So then this is where you want to be sort of controlled. And brush off all your dark. And now you can go for your lightest shade in there. And hopefully, if you've done it well or not, when the thing dries, it'll look a little more like a gemstone. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm not sure why they have like, yeah. Okay, you're beating the Bears. That's the Chicago Bears. In our 200th game. All right, St. Louis doesn't have, okay. I like to watch it when I'm in a crowd, Kathy. Otherwise, it's hard for me to work up a enthusiasm for it alone. When you're trying to watch television alone. Now, I find that same thing is true of soccer for me as well. When I'm, if I'm in a bar or something like that, sports bar, of course that hasn't happened in a long time, but then I find that I can actually get into it and root for a team. But all that did was get me on their email list. Oh no. Now, what was it that was bad? I'm trying to remember what was bad about the fern green. Was it broken? Or it didn't work? That is so weird that they wouldn't address that with you. Because, I mean, they're usually really good about it. Sometimes you have to contact them more than once, though. It's like, hey, I would, Donna, I remember you're telling me something, mainly wax and no color. Well, that's weird because you know what? There just isn't any wax in Inktense that I'm aware of because it's 100% pigment. So I'm wondering if they somehow accidentally put a regular pencil in there instead of an ink dyed pencil. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or it's boring. Exactly, Melinda. Yeah, I mean, any kind of sports teams. I used to go to the in Reno. We have the Northern Nevada University, and the team is the Wolfpack. And so we used to go to the college games all the time, and that would be wonderful. And it was very easy to get enthusiastic about that year's season. But when it's just you and the television, then it's kind of ick. I'd much rather watch a rerun of a movie or yes or something along those lines. Okay, so this did in fact turn out looking like a gemstone. Yay! In that case, let's do the others. I do want the Ionian Green. Which is kind of a deep pine green. I'm going to use it down here. So it'd be like greenery underneath this flower. That's a bummer, Donna. I'm so sorry about that. But I will tell you that the fern green and the leaf green are sort of, now let's see, the fern green, where is it? No, it's the felt green and the spring green that are kind of alike. But you can get the fern green by using the leaf green with a little bit of the apple green. I think if you did that, you could mix your own. You could even mix your own, the fern. You could also mix, I think that the felt green and the apple green would give you the spring green. You could use the olive and the apple green mixed together on a, on a plastic sheet. Just scribble them on there, and make your own fern green. Yeah, I'm always trying to think of workarounds. I am the queen of workarounds. I have, last night the refrigerator started making an odd noise, and I'm like, no, no, the refrigerator is not going to go out. The furnace is already out. Only one thing is going out at a time. When I get the furnace fixed, then I'll think about the refrigerator. Fortunately, by this morning, it was acting okay again. I think what had happened is that something got underneath it into the coils, and I vacuumed underneath it and heard it, something go and into the vacuum cleaner, and so I'm hoping that that's what it was. It was just the air coils were getting blocked for some reason. So it's like, no. Always looking for the workaround. I'm already in my head, I'm planning, okay, well, let's see, I'm going to have to budget for ice. And then, of course, today, which was so funny, I wasn't looking for anything in particular, but one of those sites for, local stuff in your area popped up on my suggested Facebook. And so, I thought, oh, what a great resource, because, a lot of times people will change out appliances that are perfectly fine and sell off the old ones for a discount. And that's, so if I have to replace I was thinking that I would end up having to replace the refrigerator with a new one, and that's, but I could actually replace it with a used one if I had to. I have no idea how old that fridge is. It was in the house when I moved in, and that was 17 years ago, 18 years ago. 18 years ago? 17 years ago. Because I was here for a year before I bought a house. Yes, I ran away from home 18 years ago. Okay, I hear that, buddy. Yeah, nothing. Yes, exactly, Melinda. Exactly. Exactly. It will, it's like the universe. No, universe. Only one thing is allowed to break at a time. Only one thing. I'd have had a working furnace if I hadn't had to register the damn car and pay that insurance. So anyway, It still just sits in the driveway. I'm sure that the insurance company is going to go, uh-huh. So why are we insuring this car when you don't actually drive? I think I put maybe 10 miles on it this month. Let's put it this way. It's 11 years old and it still hasn't rolled 10,000 miles. It still has not rolled 10,000 miles. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm still without heat. But I have there's a little I have an electric heater. Yeah, I mean it's not an insubstantial heater. It's not one of those, little tiny desk varieties. It's like it's like 3 feet long or 2 feet long and a foot wide and all of that. And basically I've got it positioned so that it heats up the hallway in the office, and I've pretty much closed off the rest of the house. So, oh yeah, no, temperature will not make you sick. Viruses make you sick, and I just don't, I don't allow myself to be around sick people ever. And everything, this house was all new. Yeah, only the furnace isn't new. Well, now I have what is essentially a brand new furnace, and it's whatever it is. I believe it to be a minor problem, but it is something that's probably going to have to be addressed professionally. The blower's working, the motor's working, the switches all seem to be working. And what it seems like is the igniter could possibly be bad, and that's just a little. I mean, I could that myself. Or what is much more likely is a bird has built a nest up in the chimney and it has to be fished out. I am just not comfortable getting up on that roof. So yeah, you might put your coat on or you will get sick. Yeah, no. You can't get sick from the cold. You can get worse. But yeah, the idea that cold makes you sick is not. It's a virus that makes you sick. Beside which, you remember I said I had all that fleece? I really do. I've got fleece pants, I've got fleece shirts, I've got long sleeves, and I do have a heat source. It's not like I don't have some kind of a heat source. I do have a little electric heater, and I will get the furnace fixed as soon as I can either A, find somebody who'll come without, a $145 service call cost. But first I want to make sure I've got enough money to pay that service call cost. And to do that, I have to wait until my book royalties come in. So anyway, it's not that big a deal. I am over time. Did you know that? I'm already over time. It's 4:04. And there are still 26 of you with me. That is so wonderful. Thank you so, so very much. Melinda, guess what Melinda said, Christine? What did Melinda say? Stay off the roof, said my best wife. Don't worry, I am probably not going to get up on the roof. Trust me. Like I say, I have no problem getting up there. It's getting down that's the problem. And anyway, you guys, as always, thank you so very much. I'm sorry that we didn't get very much done on this, but I did at least get a chance to show you my new book, and that it is, and it's such a pretty book. And look, it even matches its little friend. This one. Oh, look, they look like they belong together, don't they? And then they had a baby, and it looks like this one. And then they had all more, because all the other ones, of course, have colors. There are, yes, there are, wait for it, there are, I think there are 8. This is number, see, this was number 10. So this is number 11. That is my 11th book. My 11th release. Yahoo, Yahoo. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Happy Sunday. May you have an absolutely fantastic week if you're working, if you're, preparing, if you have family, if you're traveling, if you're doing anything like that. Of course, it is only the 15th, but we've got one more week. So I will see you on the 22nd, absolutely. Hopefully, everybody will still be around, and I will be here Christmas Day. So, bye, everybody. Until we meet again, color something pretty. Okay, that's the official part. Now I get to say bye, everybody. And thank you so very much for coming. And thank you for all your kind words, as always.